What up, YouTubers? This is Lex yugioh coming at you with a top 8 RBET Orlando deck profile from my boy Jordan Blankenship. So Jordan, let's just cut to the chase here and tell us what you played.
Hey, I decided to be really interesting for Orlando. I decided to play like one of the least played decks in the format, Blackwings. Now, obviously, it's the most played deck, most tops of any deck. But yeah, I just played a really standard Blackwing list. I've been testing my frog list from Nats, and it just didn't seem like it was performing as well as I would have liked it to. I think since Nats frog hate has improved dramatically, people are playing better against frogs. There's a lot more testing against it. So I decided to go with tried and true Blackwings. Our story, we actually almost missed Nats. I was rooming with my buddy Russ Hunter. He was playing my frog deck. He went 5-3. Shout out Russ. We were about an hour and a half away from the venue, so we left about 2.5 hours early, and then we hit crazy traffic. 2 accidents between Tampa and Orlando, and we swear we were gonna miss the entry. And then we got there, and once we signed up, we only had about 3 minutes before they completely cut off entry and submitting a deck list. So I went from almost not being able to play at all to top cut, and that was a great feeling, especially coming off of that Nats Time Wizard event top.
Cool. All right. Do you want to get right into the deck profile here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So here's the deck. Isn't she glorious?
Yeah, so the deck is really, really standard. There's only a few choices in like a standard Blackwing list that you really have to make. I maxed out Bora, maxed out the Blizzards, 2 Vayu. This is all the testing I played. I was testing 3 Vayu, 2 Grepher, 2 Vayu, 2 Grepher, all kinds, like pretty much every ratio that you can play, and this is what I found the most success with. So this is what I went with. Spell lineup, very standard. The one book, I saw a lot of topping deck lists playing the one book. I decided to test it out. It was testing off and on pretty good. So I decided to keep it in my list for the tournament, and it performed decent, not great. Mind Control was kind of the spicier tech card. I absolutely love it. With maxed out Blizzard, it makes your bad hands just a little bit better. Just you can Mind Control Blizzard. When you have like a hard read on a Raikou or a Hamster, you can just take it and like get your free shot off and just dead their flip effect. So that came up not very often. I played mostly Blackwings, pretty much just mostly Blackwing mirrors all day. Allure, I saw Allure a lot. It was awesome every time. I don't know what it means. Royal Oppression. I had probably just not made it anymore. My whole day was Blackwings and Hero Beat and Vayu, so I sided it out basically every game except for like 1 or 2. Deep Prison, Bottomless, into like Blackwings and Heroes. One of my most common turn 1 plays or turn 2 early game plays was just set exactly 1 back row, Deep Prison or Bottomless, and they played her an Alias into the Bottomless. They can't gem spark for any value. Same with Deep Prison, and it just makes them feel bad when they just play into it. So
You skipped this card. What was that card?
oh, like Legacy of Yatagarasu. That card's insane. It actually came up really clutch against. I played Roghnach in round 4 or 5, and it was extremely good there. Against like a front runner player, I would like set it, and then they would just banish it, and I just chain it, and then be able to.
There's some synergy here too, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you watched RBET 5, you saw, I think it was Star something Angel. I wish I remembered his name, but he played through a Starlight Road masterfully by using Icarus Attack, targeting his own Dust Tornadoes and Legacies just to dodge that Starlight Road, and it was a thing of beauty. And I mean, this is a pretty common card. I like it better than the Upstart. I don't think you need to jam the Upstart right away, because like the idea is you want to see your Whirlwind more, but generally speaking, like statistically you do, but like in terms of like when you play your Upstart, the amount of times you actually see your Whirlwind right off the Upstart is statistically very low. So you have turns to set this, And I'm like the king of like keeping that set forever and like just eventually launching it or like trying to get plus off of it.
They might think it's a road or something that's been set and stale for a while.
Solemn Judgment. This card's mid.
Okay.
Like I actually set it out against most of the time. Again, I played out of 10 rounds that I got to play. I played 5 rounds of Blackwing, and I don't like Solemn Judgment against Blackwing.
Oh yeah.
Just having yourself at any point in the game, let alone from 4K, just puts you in such dangerous range for like a Sirocco Bora, just multiple Kalutes. Like it's just not worth what you get out of it unless it's like very late game and you're defending your push.
You don't want to see that early. Talk to me about this. How did this perform?
Compulse was incredible. Actually, if I could do it again, I'd probably side the second one. My side for Vayu is admittedly pretty weak, which is an oversight on my part. But the Compulse was insane. Like the way I play Blackwings is like I won't just commit the bird right away without like a backup plan unless I have like multiple birds. But like I feel very comfortable like setting an Icarus or a Compulse first for turn 1, pass, let them go, take a little bit of damage, and then I summon my Shura. If they try to bottomless me, I can Compulse it, or it can attack their when they commit to the board. So I actually really like Compulse. In fact, Compulse is better than Solemn.
That's incredible.
It's my hottest take.
And then Trap Dust Shoot. Was that good?
It's Trap Dust Shoot. When I played Roghnach, I literally won just because I Dust Shoot twice, and I knew exactly how to play around what he had. So Dust Shoot, surprisingly, is a good card.
Is there anything in the extra deck that is like a shock, or is this like pretty standard?
It's pretty standard. I play the Mistworm over the Thought Ruler. The Mistworm comes up for me. Actually, I swung for game. I think against my Hero Beat matchup with a Mistworm. You have like a 4-star already. Blizzard Brewing back Kalute. That's your Mistworm, and you can take game shots with it.
Makes sense. You said you had a play with Blizzard, right? Involving one of the cards in the action.
Oh yeah, there's one thing that a lot of people won't see. I think again, I did this against my Hero Beat opponent. I had like an existing Bora. He had 3 cards committed to the field. I think one was a Future Fusion, a back row, and his and a Monster Stratos or something. And then I go Blizzard with Bora on the field, special to Gale. And
from
then
the graveyard, right?
From the graveyard. And then you make the Black Rose. A lot of people don't see that Black Rose coming. I think they fixate on this and see this as like kind of insurance. But that gets you into Black Rose, and you can catch people. Even like good people might not even see that Black Rose coming. So that came up in testing a lot. At the tournament, it came up once. So it was great. The other thing you can do is, with your Blizzard, the Compulse has interaction with all your Blizzard plays. Icarus as well.
Seems neat. Would you play more of this than in the main, or do you think 1 is fine?
I was testing 2 in the main. It's really good. It's potentially better than this in the main, honestly. But
okay. And then two Vayus, right?
Yes, 2 Vayus.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on? Because I've seen people play 1. I've seen people play 3.
I like going Shura Gale, get Vayu, and making a big play off of that. And then I also like going Blizzard, Whirlwind, make Bryo, get the Vayu. So 1, this doesn't seem enough for resolving Shura and the Blizzard Whirlwind. So I like to have the 2. It's sense. More monsters and graveyard manipulation.
Yeah,
second one gets sided out a lot.
I bet it feels bad, having Black Whirlwind already doing the Shura Vayu play, and then following up with a Blizzard, and you won't have the second copy to search. So, yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I do probably more than most people is I actually make this a lot.
That's big bird.
So it actually came up in my game against Eridos from in top 16. Super cool guy. Love that guy to death. He played super well. He smoked me in game 2. No, not game 2. He smoked me in game 1. Game 2, I swear he was gonna beat me, and I just I stole a game from him just with some Blackwing damage. But then game 3, I took the best neg 2 I've ever took in my life. I had an Icarus. I had Sure on the board, and I had Prohibition on the board. And we'll talk about it later. Calling Treeborn, and then I set Icarus and D Prison. Pretty much in case he did what he did. He went Soul Exchange, and he was playing Diva Frogs. So this Prohibition on the Treeborn Frog was really messing him up, and he had very limited ways to out it. So he goes Soul Exchange on the Shura. I went Icarus, Tribute Shura, target D Prison, and his Soul Exchange. Really disgusting looking neg, but I realized my win condition was keeping that Prohibition, keeping him off a Treeborn Frog, and in game 3, took that big neg too, but it turned out to be the correct play in that scenario. I wouldn't recommend doing that regularly, but that's the play that called out to me then.
Neat. So speaking of Prohibition, is there any other cards in the side deck? I know we can move on here to the side deck. Is there anything that you want to comment on?
I'm a big fan of, I used to be a very big max out, like I like the ratio 2 of a lot of stuff on my sides. Anymore, I'm kind of starting to subscribe to this one-of theory inside. In fact, I didn't even want the second deck Devi, but since I was running late, I wouldn't have time to fix it. I really would have liked it to be a second Compulse or a second Prohibition.
Prohibition seems nuts.
Because the idea is I want to minimize the cards that are bad in multiples. So I've run into games where I had multiple Crow and it didn't do anything, so I played one. I ran into a lot of games usually with my Frog Hero deck. I would draw multiple Snowmans and it sucked. Multiple deck Devies when I'm not playing the Grepher engine. Sometimes it's bad. You resolve one, you're probably winning. You draw the second one, now you're behind. Wrong is good enough at 2. Is good at 2. Desperate is good at 2. Prohibition I think is good at 2 because you prohibit it's 2 different floodgates. One floodgate's the Treeborn Frog. One floodgate's Miracle or Heavy Storm. Against the hero beat deck, you call Alias and you can call whatever out you're reading them on. So multiple Prohibition I think is a good one. One Knock. I was on 2, and it's the same thing. Once you resolve Knock and you get rid of all the Rykos, the second one doesn't do anything. You don't
slows them down really incredibly.
Yeah, but drawing the second one slows you down.
Yeah.
So that's the list. Nothing too fancy.
Cool. We'll just bring it back down to you, and then do you want to talk about any other experiences in the round, particular, anything that you? I know you had a little trouble with your voice there.
Oh yeah. By round 4, I completely lost my voice. So I think when was it 4 or 5. So round 1, I played against a Blackwing guy. He told me he was relatively new, but so I kind of I don't want to say I underestimated him, but I was surprised by how well he played. So shout out to that guy.
Round 5, yeah.
Round 2, I actually took my first loss in round 2 against a Vayu Turbo player. I actually don't even, I just blocked that one out. I don't know what happened. I just lost. He destroyed me. Shout out to him.
You went from 1-1 to top 8. It seemed like you just were on a streak at that point.
Then the next round I played against Dan Vrabel's testing partner and friend, travel partner. I think his name was Kyle, and he was on Hero Beats. And he was a really cool guy. I guess he recognized me from topping the tournament his buddy topped. So that guy was super cool. Everyone I played against was super cool. I believe my next round was against Karpath. He was on Reptillians, and of all the Karpath decks, that's the one I've least played against and with. That game 1, Sirocco Bora did work. Game 2. I got him down to 200 life points and 2 cards left in deck. I thought I had multiple win cons there. He top decks Caius for game, so that was pretty awesome. He destroyed me. That was so sick. I was like, man, I'm getting Karpath right here. This is awesome.
Once you're in top cut, do you want to comment on any of your matches then? So
my next round was against Roghnach. He was on his Mausoleum Frog deck, and there were a couple of really cool things that happened in that match, actually. Okay. I want to get to. He was, first of all, I dushed him twice, so sorry, sorry, man. But when he resolved, he would summon a lad, And on I think the first game's lad, I had Legacy and Bottomless set. So you're able to go Legacy, lad attempts to negate, then you chain the Bottomless. And then lad leaves the field and no longer can lose attack and defense, so the Legacy resolves. So that was just a very clean way to answer the first lad. And in game 2, post board, I have my DD Crow in. He had Ancient Gear, Giltron, Dragon, and Graveyard. And I went, I had Mirror Force set. He swings into it. I activate DD Crow, target the Giltron, because once that Mirror Force resolves, that's why he's bringing back. And then, again, chain to Mirror Force. It pops the Giltron. DD Crow is able to resolve since the lad left the field. And then all he can do is like summon Substitute. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting technical game, but yeah, I wish I didn't have that shoot so we could see how that game would have played out without that card in the mix. Then we'll go on to Top Cut. I played against, like I said, Eridos, and there was Fraser Smith says you have to be lucky, but you're probably good if you top an event. Well, the story here is late game, I had a live Blizzard, I had a Shura in Graveyard, same game I described earlier, and I had Blizzard in hand. It was a decent Blizzard. He had a Duke Frog on the board, so Blizzard was doing something. I top deck Allure, and I'm like, man, I don't know, this Allure is kind of dead if I don't use it, but I kind of want to like pitch a live Blizzard and then not be able to play the game and lose for it. But I decided to go for it because I just didn't want to play a card down. My top decks were Shura, Whirlwind, and from there I just went Whirlwind, Shura, Special Gale. I get Gale, Special Gale, have the dupe, attacking the dupe, get Vayu, Synchro, Gale and Shura into Armor Master, Vayu and Armor Master into Stardust Dragon. Vayu effect on the Armor Master, summon Silver Winds, and then I dropped Dark Arms. And with the prohibition, Black War went on the field. The idea there was I just needed, without Treeborn Frog, if I just overloaded his resources, there's no way he could come back. So he made the best play he could do. Like, credit to him, he found the best play, which was just special swap, summon Diva, make a Bryo, answer the synchros, but it just wasn't enough for how much stuff I put on the board. So shout out to him. He played great. If the cards fell a little differently, he could have easily been the one in top 8. So yeah. So that's now I lost against Andrew R in my top 8 match. We go to game 3. I have Brain Sirocco into his Sirocco, which would have been lethal. But he had top deck Bottomless. Got my Sirocco. I was at highlight points, so it's fine. I had a second Sirocco in my hand, so I just figured I'd do it again. His next top deck was Bottomless as well, so I missed again. If I wanted to be a little bit more conservative and that's like a little bit less flashy, I probably could have just brain controlled his Sirocco and tributed it. But I was trying to go for the game shot. But he played great. His deck was awesome, and he had a great showing and got second place. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was an incredible journey. I know you're just as excited for the next RBET, whether it's IRL or online.
Well, next tournament will be RBET Rulers, so I'm looking
forward. And you got 2 invites for that, right? You want to share?
Yeah, you want one?
I'm kidding. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and that's in what, November?
November,
right?
Week
Awesome.
before Thanksgiving.
Cool. All right, guys, tuning out. You guys got the full list here, right? You have all the sauce to become the next top 8 at RBET. So stay tuned for more content. Like and subscribe for more, and definitely would like to hear your comments down below. So peace.
Peace.